Hello there and welcome to Movie Trailer Rankings, where we take a closer look at the latest movie trailers on the internet. Why? Because we love trailers. Not just because they give us a peek at all the great movies on the horizon, but because they're an art form in and of themselves and they deserve the attention. We want to look at them for style, content, marketing value. And is art a subjective thing? Yes, but that's not going to stop us from giving each trailer a score and seeing where it lands on this week's leaderboards. And if you want to see new content like this on a regular basis, be sure to hit that like, subscribe, and bell button to get notified when new content comes out. All right, let's get started. Today is December 31st, and we're actually taking a look today at a trailer from last week, The Northman. Check the description below for timestamps if you want to skip around. Otherwise, just watch on through. Here we go.
Now, behold.
He's here. He's here.
Mother! Father is here!
The king, my lady. The king.
Your fate is set and you cannot escape it. How I've missed you, my son. One day this kingdom will be yours.
Thank you, father. My king. Feel now.
I will avenge you, father! I will save you, mother! I will kill you, Fiona!
I will avenge you, father. I will save you, mother. I will kill you, Fiona.
Why would he stow away to such a hellish place?
To find what was stolen from me.
And what is that?
The kingdom.
You must choose between kindness for your kin or hate for your enemies.
Your strength breaks men's bones. I have the cunning to break their minds.
And night by night, we will carry out my pledge of vengeance.
I will avenge you, father.
I will avenge you, father.
I will save you, mother.
I will save you, mother.
I will kill you, Fiona.
All right, as we get started here, one of the things that we want to do at Movie Trailer Rankings is to try to separate the movie from the trailer a little bit. Now, that might seem like a difficult thing to do, and sometimes I think that it is, but a lot of times making a trailer is a lot like taking a photograph. So you're not responsible necessarily for the content of what it is that you are taking a picture of, but you are responsible for the things that you leave in and the things that you leave out. And so that's what a good movie trailer does. So one of the things that we want to do here is identify some things that we're going to call critical non-factors, or things that are kind of outside the control of the movie trailer editor. Things about the movie that may or may not have an effect on the trailer, but we don't want to rank them or score them based on these things. They're just things that they had to work with. So as we are getting started here, let's take a look at The Northman. Some of the critical non-factors or things that we want to look at here are things like casting decisions. And so that's something that is not in the editor's control, obviously, but it is something that they have to work with. And so the question is sort of how did they use the cast in the trailer that they cut? But they're not necessarily in control of who gets cast. In this case, I think that they have some good casting decisions, and we'll get to that in a second. But we're not going to hold any poor casting against the editors here. Color grading is another thing that is generally something that is based on the film that they get to edit with. And so if it looks a little gray, I think it does in this instance. I'm not going to hold that against the editors of the trailer. That's something that the producers of the film would be responsible for. And then, is she wearing braces? I'm kind of wondering if this might be something that they're going to take out in post-production, but the movie is coming out soon, so they should be almost done. But anyway, I'm not going to hold that against them. So let's move on to the actual scoring, and we're going to look at technical scores, style scores, music and audio, and narrative and impact. From a technical standpoint, this is sort of a question of do you understand what it is that you're even watching? So this is just an editing question, and most scores I think are going to be pretty competent. You're not going to see a trailer cut so poorly that you can't even tell what's going on. Though it's very rare. On a special end, it's just going to be something that knocks your socks off from a technical standpoint. Style is just a sort of a question of artistic license, how much are they're doing artistically with the trailer. Music and audio is pretty self-explanatory, how they use music, how they use sound effects. Narrative is probably the one category that you'll hear the most criticism of. They gave away the whole movie. So this is how is it that they're either telling or using the story about the movie in the trailer. And so we want to take a look at that. Impact is more of the marketing question, and that is just that how much does this affect your interest in the movie? Do you want to go see it, or are you less likely to see it because of this trailer? So getting back to the Northman here and taking a look at its scores, I thought that they had a good use of sound and their editing technique here to really convey the genre and hit that core marketing demographic that they have of probably males, young males. I like the drum beating and the use of the editing there is to really call in the source material. I thought they did a terrific job at conveying the story through the dialogue, but without giving away too much. And so you didn't have a lot of narration going on. It was just inner thoughts, and that really told you the story that you needed to know to get you interested in the film. I also liked how the talent was featured here. It looks like they've got a really good supporting cast. Willem Dafoe looks insane, and that looks like a lot of fun. But I just really like their other casting decisions too. We mentioned that's out of their control, but I thought that they did a good job of picking and choosing when to show those cast members, when to show the supporting cast, and so without over emphasizing them. And so good decisions there. So high marks all around here. Good style, really good on the narrative. Overall, we're going to give the Northman an 8 out of 10. All right, that's going to do it for us this time. Be sure to leave us some comments below if you think we got it right or wrong, or have some opinions that you'd like us to hear about. Also, let us know if there are some trailers that we've missed that you'd like us to review. We're happy to do that and take a look at those. All right, it's on to the leaderboards. See you next time.